It's week 4 of the 2027 season. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Browns coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild. First month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September. You're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job of staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 1st and 10. To the air again, Tagovailoa. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tua to throw again. That's complete. It's Waddle. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Throwing again, it's Tua. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Tua. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Now, faking the give. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. 3rd down and 9. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. 18 yards on the pickup there. 1st down, Cleveland. On the ground, they'll go with Rachaad White, the back out of Arizona State. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second and 7. From the gun, here's Tua. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful...
The drive begins with a run by White. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to throw. He gets this one to Tucker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Here's first and 10. On first down, it's White. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. We are through 1. 14-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. He'll drop to throw. That one caught by Tucker. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Back to the air one more time. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku. They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. They'll look to throw again. He pulls it in, fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially... These receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover. We see...
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a first down throw for Tua. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll bring up second down. Here's Tua. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Here's Tua now on second down. A ball deep for the end zone. That one broke it up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So on fourth down, here's Corey Bojorquez to kick it away. And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Down the field, he's got Washington. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds up past the 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll find his running back, White. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. That is caught by Washington. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They'll look to throw yet again. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. That one is good. And the Browns are back within 4 at 14-10. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. So we're at the half, and the visiting Dolphins are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Keon Coleman, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive. The Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Left side, he's got Njoku.
Give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. 3rd and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Miami. From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Tua. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. Here's Carty now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the goal line and in. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. Finding room at the 35. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. On a zone read, a give to White. And he'll get this up to the 44. Chop Robinson, the man to bring him down. They face 2nd down and 7. Man in motion here is Washington. They'll throw out of the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd down and 4. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. He'll drop to throw. He's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. This one complete to Washington. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Back to the air one more time. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. So the ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. They'll run over center with White. Stop at the 6, and that sets up third and goal. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Throwing is Tua. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down. They'll stay on the ground. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. Slot receiver headed right. Now he's loose up the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Now a give on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Hardy's kick is good. And the Dolphins will extend. Now they'll set up to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So a win here for the visiting Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed. And they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.